Senator Johnson, members of the group. My name is Tiffany Hicks, and my husband, Brian Hoyt, grew up in a faith healing church in Boise. He left after years of abuse and neglect at the hands of his family and church elders. But I'm not here to vindicate him. I'm not here to throw stones. I am here to listen and to be heard. I try to see both sides and to empathize. I don't pretend that this situation is black and white, but I keep coming back to the same question. Can anyone in this room argue the urgency of confronting an issue that allows and sanctions the deaths of innocent children? Until now, there was barely a discussion in public or in the legislature about faith-based child abuse and neglect. Maybe it's because recognizing the issue challenges something we Americans celebrate and defend as a fundamental right. Those rights set us apart, and if this is the greatest country in the world, it's because of the values it was built on. It takes courage to speak out, and political courage for lawmakers to act, especially in a state like Idaho, where faith plays such an integral role in people's lives. So when does a person's relationship with God reach the absolute breaking point? Faith-healing believers portray themselves as good people, and maybe they are. Good, hardworking people of faith. But we all know that good people can do evil things. It's not easy to see this for what it is, but that's exactly why it's so important, because it's hard. The question is, should a small group of people be given a special exemption to break laws that apply to the rest of us? Removing the religious shield from criminal and civil laws won't create a slippery slope where religious freedoms are threatened. It won't let the government interfere in our lives. It will stop government overreach that allows a small few to break the law the rest of us follow. Faith-based neglect should not be confused with religious freedom. Idahoans are some of the toughest people in the country because we believe in personal responsibility and being accountable for our actions. We're not hypocrites, and we're not cowards. If I had done what the faith healers do to one of my children, I'd be in prison. I'd be held accountable by the law. I would have to take responsibility for failing my child in the most unimaginable way possible. I'd have nowhere to hide. I can't begin to imagine the crushing pain of losing a child. How can one stand aside and only pray while a loved one dies when medical care is easily attainable and could quite possibly save a life? I love my children more than life itself. I would do anything to keep them safe from harm. All Idaho children deserve the same protection, and no parents should be above the law. Thank you.
Thank you. Jenny Peterson.